Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Aesop Grim here, and this is the continuation of my blind playthrough of Cyberpunk 2077. In the summer of 2024, we're actually in September, so I guess it's fall of 2024 now. We just, last episode, finished up the Chronicle mission, and I made the decision to say goodbye to Johnny for right now. And that's based on what I want to do with some future playthroughs, and I wanted to reserve those options for that playthrough. So, or that future, I said future playthroughs in the plural, but the next one is the one that I have in mind specifically. So we dismissed Johnny. We're going to go it alone on our own. He'll see us when we get to, what's that place called? Makosha? Something like that. But for right now, it's just us. Okay. So.
Is that you, V? Or...
let's tell her that we're taking matters into our own hands.
Like Vic said, taking matters into my own hands.
So, what now?
Waiting for my driver.
Come inside. We'll wait together. Since you have to wait, mind if I give you a reading?
Sure.
Sure, why not?
Some believe uncertainty is an evil that should be dispelled through divination. Others claim it's change that is evil. But that isn't true either. Every minute of every day, we each become someone new. We shouldn't fear change itself, but only who we might change into. Knowing one's path is most important. I devised this layout especially for you and Johnny. Your future is his future, and vice versa.
Okay. So, IRL, you guys, I've mentioned it a few times in videos, my background and what my beliefs are.
Hello?
I wouldn't touch this
Anybody
with
there?
a 10-foot pole. This is the occult. And I would stay completely far away from it. I believe it's cursed. But we're in a video game here, so let's find out what she has to say.
Okay, I'm ready.
We'll start with you, V. The Fool.
What a surprise.
Let's dig deeper to find its meaning here. The Fool symbolizes the start of a journey, the announcement of something new. It's the inner child, curious of the world, but also naive and reckless. Sounds a lot like the V I first met. The Magician. A person of great talent and charisma. A leader.
Sounds like Johnny.
The card is reversed. That can mean a tendency toward addiction, mental instability.
Okay, definitely Johnny. He is one great disturbance.
The final cards are about your futures. The Lovers.
Something that doesn't give me the chills, finally.
Balance, friendship, love.
Uh-huh.
V, have you been keeping something from me?
Huh? What? Why?
You're making a strange face.
No. I'm fine. Okay. And Johnny's?
The moon.
Well, it doesn't sound too bad, right?
I don't know, V. The moon is mystery.
Okay. So, back to
I
uncertainty.
think that's for you.
Yep. No mistaking that ride ever.
You scared me, you know that?
Pan Am,
You
Misty,
think anything could scare you?
Misty, Pan Am.
Hey. We're here to help, okay? Come on. Everybody's waiting at camp.
Look out for yourself, V.
You too, Misty. And thanks for everything.
Welcome back to the living. You feeling okay?
Let's go with think so.
I guess.
Mighty good to hear. You had us worried back there. You passed out and we couldn't shake you awake. It sure does seem like your condition might be getting worse.
Yeah.
Pan Am asked me to keep an eagle eye on you.
Where'd she go?
She's off debating Saul. You need help, that's clear. They sat right down to figure out how we might do that. Come on, I'll take you to see him.
Oh, that's cool. So friends helping friends. This is where the game's gonna pull all those emotional ties of people that you've developed relationships with. Like everybody's gonna pitch in, I bet. This is a big deal. V's really
So, V,
on his
I heard
way
talk
out,
that
man.
there's a war coming.
Afraid I don't got a choice, Mitch.
Looks like we don't have one neither. The whole clan knows we set out tomorrow.
They know why? What our aim is?
Look around, V. War-tested veterans are a fistful at most. The rest mostly raid rinky-dink convoys and salvage scrap. So for now, they only know as much as they need to know. The aim is to help you
The
out.
plan is solid, Saul. Do not go muddying the waters. Not now.
We're sending this clan to its grave.
Oh, you speak my
Fuck, you
language.
think I don't know that? And yet you seem to think you can change something by chewing me out like you usually... V, finally.
How's your health?
Been better. So, what have you guys patched together?
We still have details to iron out, but we know the who, where, and how. Have a look for yourself.
A few strategies we sussed out, but only one grants us a decent shot at penetrating Arasaka Tower.
We'll dig a tunnel.
So you want a tunnel into Arasaka Tower?
I know how it sounds, but we'd be plumb fools not to take
You
advantage.
see Night Corp's building a new maglev line in the area. Granted, it's guarded by Militech, but they're nothing we
Ah,
can't
interesting.
handle.
Once we're in that tunnel, it's just half a mile to the substratum levels of Arasaka Tower. They're using one of Night Corp's circs. It would only need a few minutes to dig that distance.
Not bad, wouldn't you say? Once we're in, we'll have to improvise. Guards, security measures, the fastest way into Mikoshi. We'll take things as they come and hope for the best. V, any thoughts?
Okay.
What's a circ?
A subterranean extraction and removal combine. It's automated tunnel boring.
Gotcha.
If we can grab one, we'll dig through to Arasaka Tower, then go on to Mikoshi.
Construction site. What do we got for security? Whole place spiked? Militech out in full force?
It's your average hard hat area. Nothing too scary. But we can't just walk past them.
We expect to see the usual. Drone patrols, on-site operators, restricted access.
Plan. Entire op. It's about heading into enemy territory. You'll make enemies of Arasaka, and others.
So it
I'm
appears.
exposing you, all of you, to danger. Want out, want to cut your losses, I'd understand. No hard feelings.
You came to us for help. We decided we'd provide it. Our minds are made up. No more discussion needed.
It's settled. We had best get to work.
I'll talk to our brothers and sisters. Get a drone buzzing over that site.
And I'll check with Mitch. I think I know how to even the odds against Militech. Come find us later. I'll leave you in Saul's hands now. Just
All right.
no making decisions without me.
Is there anything else you need?
I don't think this is relevant. It seems like they're doing okay.
How much longer?
Need a decent net connection. Someone I know can help us get into Mikoshi.
Who might that be?
Alt. It's an AI from out past the Black Wall.
Are you fully present up there? Why in hell would an AI help us break into Mikoshi?
Because I'll ask it to. Nicely.
Fuck me, V. You know what? Fine. We're up to our balls in dung anyway.
Yep.
Might as well go deeper. Find Dakota. She'll get you geared up. No questions asked.
Thanks, Saul.
Thank me once we get out of Mikoshi alive and in one piece.
Okay, we're same page. I feel like I haven't seen much of the DLC at all. I'm kind of wondering when that'll happen. I'm assuming it's because I haven't pressed the main mission far enough. But I don't know, like what we're doing right now seems like it's late game stuff. Maybe I'm completely wrong about that. I would be really pleasantly surprised. I love games that do that, where you're like, dang man, I thought I was at the end and this thing's just getting started, you know, stuff like that.
Fellas, we heard we're gearing up for a minor war.
More like a suicide mission.
Finish it up here, all right? Lo and behold.
Isn't this...
In theory, we fitted an afterburner and a multi-RPG launcher up top. We also scooped out about 60% of its total mass.
Oh,
Beautiful, isn't she?
so she's gonna
You'll
handle
take
real
the
well.
wheel with Pan Am riding shotgun.
Afterburner. Standard nitro or military grade?
Standard couldn't move this baby an inch.
So hardware's military. But how the hell did you cram all that into a Panzer?
Small beans compared to the tricks we pulled with Scorpion during the war.
When we unleash this beast tomorrow, you'll see.
Firepower up top. What is it?
A rapid-fire 70mm multiple rocket launcher coupled with an onboard MMI you can sync to via personal link.
Where'd you get all this stuff?
Teddy salvaged it from a scrapyard. The launcher itself was fine. The problem was no ammunition. As luck would have it, Dakota procured some. Don't ask me how.
Since tomorrow's a big day already, how about we take her for a spin now? Want to get a feel for her over the terrain.
Sure thing. Maybe after sundown, though. We still have a few loose screws to tighten.
That's putting it mildly.
Will you quit being such a sourpuss? We'll have her ready in time.
Okay, well I'm supposed to talk to Dakota.
Let's get back to the matter at hand, shall we?
Hey, Dakota.
It's been a long while. What is it you need?
Need a strong rig for a little jaunt on the net.
Okay, get in.
Not at all curious what I'm going in for?
You don't ask me, I don't ask you. That is the path to a lasting relationship, brother. Everything is ready. You can go in.
All right. Does that say Daddy sold my kidney? Already sold my kidney. Okay.
V, you want to say something?
Ice-filled tub. Favorite bit. Carol, here to help Dakota?
Evidently, I'm here to help you today. You good to go?
Can't say how long this is gonna take. Whatever happens, stay cool, all right?
Even if you look like you're about to flatline? All right, time to move.
Follow the vectors, bro.
All right, all. I hate to burst into your domain like this. It's kind of like kicking down a door and just entering into the living room, but we need to talk.
Hello, Alt.
You come alone.
Johnny's currently indisposed.
Currently, he is buried deeper. You treat him like an unwanted passenger, a backseat dreamer of a world not his own.
Seemed to me you didn't care a lick about Johnny. That he ceased to exist for you, even.
If he did not exist, you and I would have nothing to discuss.
Let me get this straight. Mean to say you only agreed to help me because of Johnny. And since he's not here this one time, you're thinking of backing out.
I do not aim to back out. I have my own intentions for Mikoshi.
Because for a second you were displeased, and I seemed a side note to all this.
To observe the two of you interacting. Informative.
Is all just an experiment to you? Are we just fresh data to analyze, do what you want with?
This is not an experiment. It is a debate. That Johnny is absent proves that I have won it.
Damn shame, really. You're out to prove him wrong, here, in person. But all you got is me. Think there's still some old Alt Cunningham left in you after all.
Johnny also imagined he had more in common with you than with me. That Soulkiller had not changed him. That he too remains a human factor. And that is why he thought he could shape your will.
No. Johnny made his peace with my decision.
Of course. He had no choice. He understands this now.
That's interesting. Really interesting dynamic here that they've written up. It makes me look forward to playing the other way and see how that goes.
Need your help, Alt. Don't got a lot of time left.
You truly believe time to be your greatest concern. You exist or you do not exist. Two states of being separated by death. You say nothing. Why?
Matter of perspective. Think what you will, but seems to me I rose from the dead. Only question is, what now?
You believe you cheated death. It is death that has cheated you. You are in between. You will begin to understand, but only in Mikoshi.
Yeah, see, I thought that was neat. I just wasn't really exactly sure what they were getting at with either one of the answers, because I thought she had a point. Two states of being separated by death. With my religious views, of course, I believe in an afterlife. I think that people live forever, whether you go to hell or whether you go to heaven. That you're designed with this spark of divinity that will last forever, and that's what we would call our soul, right? So
You say nothing.
I kind of agreed with her, but I wasn't quite sure how that second answer, it puzzled me a little bit, and I didn't want to spend more time thinking about it. Let's go with this one.
Why don't you swoop down on your chariot and enlighten me? Surely an all-powerful AI can handle that.
Your logic is flawed. You seek simple answers where there simply are none. This is the very illusion upon which your world is based. At this moment, you would accept any answer if it made you feel better.
Guess that'd be human of me.
Such classifications no longer
I don't think so.
apply in Mikoshi.
I think that's personality
Your
based.
perception will shatter into billions of strings of unfiltered data.
Yeah, because I know for myself, and I'm not trying to sound cool here, I don't know how to
You
phrase
say
it.
nothing.
It's not a,
Why?
I don't think it's a positive or a negative. it can swing between the two. But I know for me, I've never been able to look at what's staring me in the face and deny that or make that into choose to ignore it or to accept it on whatever terms I want, to shape it into meaning something that I want. I've never been able to do that. I'm not interested in doing that. I'm one of those people that I would rather know what the truth is than to believe something false that feels better. And I would imagine that almost everybody would say that of themselves, but I've watched people that will lie to themselves. I don't think they know that they're lying to themselves.
You say nothing.
Right. So I didn't really agree with her that I would I would accept any answer as long as it made me feel better. That's not my life history. That's far from my life history.
What should I expect there, in Mikoshi?
A boundary to cross. In all likelihood, the sole moment of your life when you feel the true weight of your existence. A burden for which you cannot prepare.
Okay, so we're going to get into some existential stuff here, it sounds like. I want to know about Johnny.
And Johnny? What happens to him?
I lack the data required to answer this question.
There anything we can know for certain?
Yes, that Mikoshi will be no more.
Constructs imprisoned there. Gonna set them free?
They will be integrated with me.
I want to know what that means. See, it sounds to me like she's got vengeance on her mind.
Constructs will be integrated? Mean you're gonna absorb them. Assimilate. No wonder you jumped at this chance. You want to destroy Mikoshi. Swallow all the psyches in there.
Mikoshi is a prison. Through me, they gain the chance to become part of something greater.
And what's your end goal? Would she even share that with us?
Not sure Johnny'd like the sound of that.
And yet he is absent because you feel you must make the decision. It is the same situation in form.
Hardly. Doubt you'll first gab with those constructs, ask them what they think.
There would be no point in this.
Okay, that's all the options there.
Wasting time talking. Let's just do this.
There. I sent a program to your Netrunner's shard. Once inside Mikoshi, use it. It opens a secure connection.
What's on the shard? A vectored virus?
A back door. It will open a passage for me. This is how you will get me into Mikoshi. Only then will I be able to help you.
I hope you haven't cooked up any surprises, Alt.
Use the key once you have reached Mikoshi.
You know, life is full of blind corners and incomplete pictures. You gotta make decisions based on partial data all the time, right? Given what has happened to us, what we've been up against, the people that have tried to ruin our lives, kill people that we know and love, and all that stuff, I wouldn't care if I don't know what her entire end game plan is. I'd roll the dice and just let her loose in there and see what happens.
Why?
What am I supposed to do with the shard?
You must slot it into an access point. I will take care of the rest. This meeting will not be our last, should you succeed.
Okay.
We got him back.
Carol, the shard!
Relax, child. You barely jacked in when your temperature went skyward to almost 105.
The tech started acting as if infected. No. Stranger. Spookier.
What happened here?
You melted half my tech. That's
Yeah.
what happened.
Neural activity spiked sharply. Your frontal lobe was seconds away from flowing out your ears, babe. I could just as well have popped a bullet in your head. Are you sure you're all right?
Peachy.
Good. Real good.
The shard. Wrote some soft I need to one of the shards.
Please. We're surrounded by ice. Even if something punched through, my controllers would have... Holy... Get it away from me.
Thanks, Dakota.
Don't thank me.
Find Saul. He came round looking for you.
On my way.
All right.
Saul, you wanted a word?
Hop up here.
We going somewhere?
All right, V. It's a simple matter. We,
Oh,
all of
initiation.
us standing here, owe you. And it's a great debt.
Speak for yourself, Saul.
But in spite of that, you're still an outsider. A mercenary from Night City. From what might as well be another world.
Hey, ask Panam. She knows.
So it's about time we fix that.
A downright injustice it is. It needs fixing.
You're gonna be an Aldecaldo. Which means this family will go to hell and back for you.
Wow.
Ready, kid?
Speech!
Your worst.
Speech!
You're one of us now, B. You're an Aldecaldo, damn it.
Great to
Thanks
have
for
you
everything,
with us,
V, and don't worry. We'll get you into that Mikoshi. Isn't that the way
Welcome
of it?
to the family.
A warm welcome for our newest Aldecaldo! Come on, V!
Welcome to the
Say
clan!
your piece!
The most
Jacket's
dysfunct-
incredible.
See? He likes it.
Listen, as soon as we're back from Mikoshi, we'll celebrate. And I know just a place. My treat, of course.
We'll hold you to that.
Don't worry, it's but a formality. You've been a de facto member of this family for a while now. You saved my rumpus, and as Bobby tells it, Mitch's too. I won't even mention Panam.
Go to hell.
Saul's right, though. I mean, let's face it, V. My life was in a million pieces. You broke it into a million more. But sometimes it's only then that you can piece it together again.
Right.
All right, fam, listen up. Today we celebrate, but tomorrow is shaping up to be a hell of a day.
Do whatever needs doing, then get some rest.
A
This
raid is a
occasion
raid.
calls for a
But
drink,
this is
I
still
say.
your night.
We'll
So
raise
bask
a
a bit in
toast
the
to
newfound
you!
glory.
Could have given me a heads up about this.
And ruined all the fun? Are you kidding? Are you all right?
Yeah. It's nothing. Don't worry about it.
And how's the jacket? Not too tight?
V, are you well or
Jacket's
not?
a distinction. Honor to get it. And it's preem at that. But it's got that weight. Took me under your wing. Gave me your trust, and tomorrow, the op I'm taking you on might not come back. It hit me all of a sudden. A sec ago.
That only proves we're doing the right thing. The sense of responsibility? It's what being part of a family feels like.
Thanks, Panam.
If you want to talk, I'll be up there.
It's weird. She kind of knows how to give you space, you know. That's not been
Barbarians do not travel, but simply
something I oftentimes see from women. But
mobility, elusiveness.
I didn't have a chance to express it, and I didn't even do it with the options I took. I tried to do what decorum called for, but that kind of took me back, man. Took me aback. You know, like I called it early. I said, oh, initiation. Like we're being invoked, you know. But that was a really big honor, and really the most appropriate thing was I don't know what to say, but I didn't want to take that option. There was I don't remember which one I took, but I thought it was better for the occasion, you know. But man, that was a big deal.
In spite of all the dangers.
I might have. You have to look around. Of some sort.
So maybe I'll take 2 more 45s.
And
Seeing as
the
Dakota seems
occasion
to be
would
feeling
be
generous today.
The end times.
worthy gesture. Dramatic even.
Actually, pragmatic. I'm giving away my stock to you so you survive tomorrow's mad hell and come back to me.
Oh, that's cool. We're gonna take all of it. Yes, I am. I wouldn't do it IRL, but this stuff can all be melted down and sold or used to upgrade our chrome. Alright, looks like we got it all. Let's go talk to Panam. Where did she run off to?
I had it just a second ago, I swear.
You probably just caught CB chatter from some rat. Militech broadcasts on modular.
Oh, it's just us, huh? Time to talk.
Hey!
Oh, no,
I'll
that's
go,
not Pan
thanks.
Am.
What just happened? Still can't quite wrap my head around it.
Hardly anyone ever does. The day you get your jacket is a day you never forget. So, time for a ride?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm game.
Hop in.
What's it called? Rogue Roxa. Rouge. Rouge Roxa.
All right, fire up. I've got green across the board. Good sign.
Where are we headed?
Bobby said there's a scrapyard east of camp. Perfect spot for a little target practice. Now let's check Bobby's little find. Punch it, V.
Okay, it's set to click the right mouse button to fire a homing rocket and to hold it to lock on.
Does it seem like she's tending to the left?
Fixable, you think?
Just keep shooting at those rust buckets. I'll recalibrate the targeting on the go.
Oh, okay, so as long as you have it pressed down, it'll just continuously fire.
Better, doesn't it?
Seems so.
Blast another, just to be sure. Yep, beautiful.
She does feel pretty agile.
All right, that's probably good.
Let's head back.
I'll have to check before tomorrow if her guts are tight and firm. Something just don't sound right to my ear.
Oh, look at that turnaround speed. Oh, she floats like a butterfly.
Are we heading back? I'll take her now. I get picky about parking.
Oh, fantastic job, guys.
You nervous about tomorrow?
It's not a matter of nerves. Not anymore. Don't you want one?
Why the hell not?
Back during the war, before we were first deployed, we were trained to keep stress in check. Do you want to know how?
How?
They gave us chem cocktails. Supplements, boosters, God knows what else. They shot them into our veins. Our biomons went wild, but only for a second before stabilizing, and boy did we stabilize. After a dozen sessions, something clicks in your brain. Neural pathways get rewired. The part of you that generates fear is zapped into oblivion.
Thought they banned chem cocktails. During the war, even.
Please.
Weren't there outbreaks of cyberpsychosis within units?
And? Do you think Militech gave a lick about that?
I do
They
not.
just airlifted the afflicted to their clinics in Taiwan. Daily flights. And every day we'd get fresh recruits. Still they pumped us with that shit. But hey, we couldn't argue with the money.
So, not afraid of anything at this point?
If only it was that simple. I'm not concerned about tomorrow. Raids like that are second nature. It's what's going on in the camp. No matter. I'm talking silly now.
Come on. All in the family now, isn't it?
The truth is, I'm concerned about the goings-on between Pan Am and Saul. They seem to think that putting on a brave face for everyone is enough, but folks here aren't slow. There's gossip spreading like wildfire already. That Saul won't pull through, that he's in it for himself, that this family needs a shakeup.
What about you?
What about me?
What's your take? Saul ought to step down, pass the torch to Pan Am?
We'll see how things look tomorrow, once the smoke is cleared. Your turn. What do you reckon?
Mitch, not gonna be facing a ragtag band of Raffin or an exposed convoy. If we want to get out of this op alive, they need to have their shit
They're
together.
trying. They might even have started to see eye to eye in their own way. Hell, by now, they both know what's expected of them. What the clan expects of them.
At least tell me Saul offered Pan Am a seat at the table.
And what gave you the idea Pan Am wants a seat to begin with?
I think I get it. Pan Am's about the clan, not power. Question is whether she can reconcile the two.
Hey, don't look at me.
That's a good way to put it. Whether she can reconcile the two.
It's like this, see? Pan Am's hell-bent on helping you. But Saul sees this whole thing as an opportunity.
Possible loot from Mikoshi.
Mm-hmm. If we pull this off, get our hands on some sweet Arasaka tech that'll set us up down south. Do you follow?
I don't particularly see a problem with that. That's even how I would expect it, and having two different motivations kind of balances
You're
things
awfully
out.
quiet. Is something up?
It'll ease folks' fears. Buy Saul some time.
Saul's a smooth operator. He knows what he's doing. Let's just hope he hasn't overplayed his hand. All right, we've gossiped enough for one day. What was just spoken stays between us, okay?
Copy.
I'm gonna poke around some of this baby's insides.
Right. Happy hunting, Mitch.
Still has the exclamation point. So we got to kind of lock it in right now. We don't even breathe a word of this to Pan Am. He spoke to us in confidence. Also, as tempted as I would be to kind of maybe poke around in Pan Am and see how she feels about stuff, and if I can help her see things in a way that I think is good for her or whatever, you know, that would be tempting. But we got a big op tomorrow, and I don't want to risk unsettling somebody.
Over here,
you know?
V. Take a seat.
Maybe we
have
say
this little
something
ritual we engage in.
that she knows that we would have had to have heard something from somebody else, and now she wants to know who, right?
What's this ritual about?
A few cold ones ahead of a raid.
Oh, that kind.
But this isn't your average brew. It's one of the last bottles from our very first run. We kept a few crates for good luck.
What was it someone said then? Shit, can't remember who. Someone said, when we finish them all, the Aldecado's luck will run out.
Superstitious bullcrap is your hobby.
Says the brother whose hand is all shaky when he pops one open.
I'll take a swig. Well, not bad.
To tomorrow.
To goddamn safe returns.
To Saul and Pan Am. Because if they don't kiss and make up, everything's liable to go tits up.
Bob, you're just always the optimist, ain't you?
Fee, you must know where they stand. Do you? Do you fellas really think we'll find anything of value there?
It seldom happens, but they both seem to agree on that point.
I'm going to buy myself a vintage RV.
I don't want to lie
Old
to
age is
him.
hitting hard, huh?
So let's hit this one.
Headed up to here with the Pan Am versus Saul debate.
Join the club, child.
How are things with you guys?
Not much to say. All seems set for tomorrow.
We still waiting on some intelligence from the drone. Should know more come morning.
Apart from that, we're keeping our toes crossed we don't get fucked tomorrow. Pardon my French.
Can promise you one thing. Aldecaldos will survive. Make sure of it myself.
Easy on the promises, V. But you're right. This clan has a chance to rise from the ashes.
I'm of the same mind. If we come back from Mikoshi, if this crazy-ass plan works, it'll be a fresh start for the Aldecaldos, I say.
Mm-hmm. This feels like the part where Bobby says, if.
Hey now. I'm no defeatist, don't call me that.
All right, best be going. See you tomorrow.
My number one goal
worried
is
about
to
that
make sure
wall.
that everybody's
the
locked
hell are we
in
gonna get
and
over
ready for tomorrow and confident.
We're gonna start worrying about
Like this is
won't scare anybody.
this is
Not
an
even if you
area
spike
where
the
I'm
rim.
less
I think you
I'm
slurped a
less
little.
concerned about
We're
truth
gonna start
here
worrying about that after.
and more concerned about feel, if that makes sense to you guys, given what I was talking about earlier. Like with myself, I'm just about truth. But when you get a team together and I have any kind of influence or leadership position at all, I am more concerned about everybody being in the a winner's mindset and, you know, ready to go. I think maybe the only microscope I see is where we were just sitting at. Talk to the nomads optional is still available. This is, oh, they got their own cyber doctor. What are they, I'm using the wrong term.
We can conversate later.
I heard Saul. Ah, here we go.
Everything prepped ahead of tomorrow?
No worries. Everything's under control.
Good. Good night, Saul.
Wait. I feel I need to make one thing clear. You've done a lot for this clan, and for me, more than anyone ever has. But the family comes first.
Saul.
Let me finish.
Okay.
I also know there's just one thing that could break it up at this point. If Pan Am and me, if we went our separate ways, the Aldecaldos would not survive that split were it to occur again. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you?
You're helping because you got no choice. Want the clan to think you and Pan Am are acting as one. In other words, you're playing politics.
It isn't that simple. V, I'll send these people to their deaths tomorrow. So I have to know I'm not doing it just for you, me, or Pan Am.
But for the good of the clan, I get it.
You'll understand eventually. That jacket wasn't for nothing.
How about us, Saul? We good?
It's an important day tomorrow. Get some rest.
Oh, that's not a straight answer. Okay. Well, that's maybe like a we'll see how things pan out in the future. Who else is there to talk to? What is this? Is this our place? Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's see if we're wearing that jacket. And we are. I need to load other stuff up because this has 25 armor. I think this is where I have to use this. Okay, so I do have the actual armor is loaded up, and then I have my my transmog look. I don't know that this shirt's the best match, but we're gonna roll with it. Well, we're kind of shiny. Gosh, I cannot seem to find who else we need to talk to. Well, darn it. I don't know what to do, guys. Join Pan Am when you're ready. Well, I'd like to, but I can't find her, and I can't find the other people to talk to. I wonder if Pan Am's up there. No. There she is. Okay, finally. That took a long time, guys. I looked all over the place to find any other nomads we could talk to and didn't really see anything. But Pan Am is up here.
So this is where you escape to when you need to think.
I never escape.
Any for your thoughts?
I have none. I mean, I don't even know. I'm so tense I barely caught a wink last night. It's likely to be the same tonight.
What's eating you?
Well, let's see. Tomorrow I'll lead my whole clan to near certain death. As if that's not enough, Saul is suddenly concurring with everything I say. And I don't even know if that's good or bad. Fuck. People are doubting us. I can feel it. But they still believe if it all goes to shit, Pan Am will be there for them. Because who else, right?
You feel responsible for them, and who in their right mind wouldn't?
It's not the responsibility I'm worried about. I'm just looking at this with a cool head. Saul has made all the wrong decisions to be a little more like me. But only I know what I'm good at and at what I stink. I'm not a miracle worker, V. I'm scared to the bone something will go wrong. That everyone will...
I'll be right there with you tomorrow. Whatever happens, we'll be together. We'll manage.
I don't know what I would do without you.
You do what you needed to.
What do you know?
That was well put, V. Yeah, she needed a bit of an anchor. She was kind of whirlwinding.
V? Yeah?
Are you not afraid to die?
I just kind of see what is. I believe that there's an afterlife. Now, that's me personally, right? I don't know how V would answer. We get to decide,
Can you say
though.
Something?
What would V say? I think even if he were a fatalist, I don't see V as being afraid to die. I think he's had too many near-death experiences.
Will you say something? I envy you. I guess.
I could sit here with you all night.
I think I'd like that. You have no idea how much I needed that. All right, let's go before our asses freeze over. Saul's back.
All right.
Let's go. Maybe he turned up something new.
We gotta live together. Job complete. All right, we're gonna hit save. I think IRL, I would have tried to explain to her that all of history is full of these people's stories, and you don't really get to pick your era or what the circumstances are. And all eras, they have good times, they have bad times. And they got times that you gotta pick a side. Or you gotta at least know who you are and what you stand for. And you gotta draw lines. And this is one of those times where you have a clash of wills, and we could choose to lay down, or we could choose to go against it. There's opportunity here. I haven't thought this through. I'm already hearing some things that I don't necessarily think would be applicable for her, so I haven't thought this out yet. But it would be something along the lines of trying to get her to understand, because she asked us, are we afraid of death? I don't know. This is how I think, and I think it's how V would think also. It's not being afraid of death. It's just what is. What is? What is your situation? What are the factors at play? Maybe a better way to put it is, what are you willing to live with? I don't know exactly what I would tell her there, but it would be something I would start along those lines. And whenever you have, if it were real life, you can see her and what her feedback is, and you can adjust from there. But the idea would be, don't go into this thinking about everything you have to lose. Go into it. I don't even know if I would go into it thinking about everything I have to gain, because we don't have a crystal ball. We don't know what there is to gain. Let an alt loose inside that thing. We don't know if that's Skynet. You know, that could end up real bad for us. We're just willing to roll the dice on it, right? To shake things up, to cause some sort of change to happen. So I don't think I would sell it to her in the sense of, don't think of what you have to lose, think of what you have to gain. But I would definitely want to talk to her about, don't really allow what you have to lose to dominate your mind. You have an opportunity to live here and to do something that has a positive ripple effect. Nah, I don't think I'd go with that either. I don't know. I'd have to think about this, guys, and I'll be here for half an hour turning this over in my head if I let myself keep going. So hopefully I've kind of made it clear, though, how I would have advised her if I were in this situation in real life. I really wouldn't. I wouldn't even think about, oh my gosh, I could lose my life. If you don't do anything, you could lose your life. You know, I remember here, I'll end it with this. I remember coming back from Iraq, recognizing while I was in Iraq that from my perspective, with what I was dealing with, remember I've told you I was Air Force, I was inside the wire. I did not go clear houses or kick down doors or anything like that. So for me, the big danger was, do I catch a mortar to the teeth? And what I realized was that, at least from my perspective, none of my training counted. And they weren't, our opposition, they weren't good. So it was all random chance. I mean, I don't want to say that they were worthless. They were clever. And especially finding low-tech solutions and stuff. But I'm saying they couldn't aim a mortar to save their lives. It was just random. It just landed. I mean, they tried. They were trying to aim for specific things. And I'm telling you, it was 100% random. That was a big base, and that mortar could land anywhere on that base. So there was nothing that I had undergone in my training that could really help to preserve my life. About the only thing in my training that helped, and this isn't a throwaway item, but the ability to respond quickly through trained reactions on how to put body armor on and get to a safe spot, like a bunker, if we had an alarm read. That's not worthless, you know, so it's not like the Air Force wasted its time training me. But whenever I got back from Iraq, what I started to recognize, I went to the mall one time, and I remember a car drove by. It was not in my field of vision. It had passed me already and was behind me, and it backfired. And me and all of the guys I was with, we had all come back from Iraq together. We all just about hit the ground. Just not out of fear, but because that's what the training is, right? And it was then that as I quickly, like, the mind took over. Okay, I'm in the middle of the city. That wasn't a gunshot. It wasn't a mortar or anything like that. That was a car backfiring. And I looked at the street, and the street was kind of busy with traffic, and I saw a bus pass me. And I suddenly realized, you know, my chances of getting whacked in Iraq are about as good as they were here. You could step out in the middle of 6th Street and or Main Street and small town USA, you know, and get run over by a bus. That just random things surround you at all times. That's the biggest thing I think affects people. I don't really like to strip them of it, because some people I don't think deal well with it. I saw this during COVID. People do not understand that life is cheap. and that you could die at any moment from any number of random things. Look at these airplanes that are having mechanics issues now, and they're dropping landing gear just randomly somewhere over America. I remember one time a space shuttle came down. I don't remember which one it was. I can't remember the name of it. And it was either the space shuttle or it was a payload, but after entering Earth's atmosphere, it kind of part of it broke apart. Some aspect of this broke apart. Maybe it was taking off and it was the rockets that disengaged from it, but they broke apart, and we just had random rocket pieces falling down all over Texas. You know, imagine catching one of those to the teeth. You're just on your way to the 7-Eleven. You know, and so people don't understand how close death is at any given moment. No matter who you are, how much money you got, whether you're out in the country or in the middle of the city, whether you're down inside the thick of it in Chirac or whether you're in small town America, just randomness. Death is always close. So that's the kind of concept I would try to get across, is that it's pointless to think in terms of, wow, I could die tomorrow. That's true every single day. The point is more, what is the reality of your situation and what are you going to do about it? So there, I kind of talked a lot more than I meant to, but that was the last thing I was going to say. So again, I'm ASAP Grim. Thank you for coming by the channel. I hope you like what you saw. More importantly, I hope all is well in your neck of the woods. This is my new save. Yes, it is. And I'll see you in the next episode. The story continues.